Yo, yo, yo. They got me, man. I guess they got me. Now, I haven't really streamed anything for a minute, so I haven't been streaming for a while, so I didn't know that they were actually gonna like hit me with a freaking target ban or something like that. So I wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting it at all, but that's cool, man. I ain't really stressing it right now. I ain't really stressing it at all. I think it's it's just one of those things that happen sometimes, right? They do a little copyright thing. YouTube always got some algorithm trying to say there's copyrighted material. Be like, bro, I already told what the show was, and I'm on the screen, and they still hit it with a copyright thing and messed up my live stream. But at least I know now. In the future, I won't have to worry about that, right? But at least I know now that they have that copyright issue and stuff like that that I can avoid, right? So I think that's pretty important, right? I think that's pretty important, and now I know. Now I know to watch out for, I guess, showing content. You know, I wonder if they can do that to me when I have my anime. They're gonna be like, "You're copywriting your own content," right? And the funny thing about it was, the funny thing about it was that like I said the video over and over again. I said, right? I said what the show was, right? I said what the show was, and I was on the screen, so it's like they still hit me with that copyright joint, man. So yeah, I don't think there is a way, man, because I use StreamYard, so it's not like it can restart. It's not like it can restart the launch, right? So I use StreamYard, right? So I had to kill the video. Yeah. Can't play it continuously. I know it's kind of. I know now. I know now. I didn't know at first, but I know now. Right. I hope they don't try to come at me with that copyright crap when I'm showing my actual footage, right? My content. But at least we got to see some of it and stuff like that, and that's cool. So I hope everybody did sign up for the email list, right, and the text message list. I hope you guys did. If not, please go into Patreon community as well. That's also important, right? Because we would definitely want to make sure that you guys be able to invest in the first day of the investment round. Oh, okay. Yeah, they do, but AOT is usually there's not really like combat between normal sized people, right? Like Attack on Titans has amazing combat, but it's like fighting like giant monsters and flying around constantly. So it's very hard to use that as a comp to anything. You know what I mean? Like Attack on Titan combat is not normal combat at all. You know what I mean? So 100% Attack on Titan has great combat. Great combat. It's just people versus monster combat. Yo, that anime is lit, man. You're gonna love it. Now, hey guys, did you guys RSVP for the Books a Million signing? I think make sure to sign up for the Books a Million signing. I'm trying to get the link right here so you guys can do that. Let me see here. The Books a Million joint. Books a Million. Well, Eventbrite. So if you're in the DMV area, right? Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, that kind of vibe. Come and meet me. Come and meet me at Arundel Mills, eh, over in freaking Maryland, man. I'm gonna be there for a signing at Books a Million. It's gonna be 1 to 3 o'clock. So it's not an all-day event. It's from 1 to 3 o'clock. And I could really appreciate you guys coming out, mostly because I just want to hang out with you guys, right? I want to hang out with the card carrying investors, right? You guys are the ones that, really make things happen. So I would love to be able to hang out with you guys for a bit, see the kids, right? See y'all kids and stuff like that, and get some real personal questions about anything you need, including the investment round and everything else, which is coming on July 1st. Remember, July 1st is when the investment round begins. All right, July 1st. And I don't think anybody's ready for that kind of heat we about to bring. You know what I mean? And we actually got a lot done in the last 7 days and stuff like that. So most likely this campaign is going to be freaking spotless by the time the investment round begins on July 1st, right? And hopefully we have some announcements next week, right? Some brand new announcements that are going to get everybody super freaking excited about this, all right? Specifically on the casting side, right? We want to get as much casting done as possible. So yeah, I'm pretty excited right now. Let's see what else. So any questions? All right, I'm gonna be looking at the question section right now. I'm gonna be taking any questions you guys got. So please shoot your questions right now, and I'll be able to answer as many as I can. Okay. Let's see here. Does that do anything? Well, I'd say top chat. This should be live chat. Live chat. There you go. What are the plans for the soundtrack? I got zero plans for the soundtrack right now. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. We got no. We have never even thought of the soundtrack. What's the process once the anime is complete? Well, once we fund about halfway, so once we get to the halfway point for the investment round, so about $1 million hit, we're going to take that money out and we're going to immediately start paying for the production team to get into work, right? So they're going to start actually animating the series. So right now we're almost done with all 3 episodes, the script wise, right? So the scripts are going to be done. We're going to have a director go and chop it up, make sure it's all nice and prepared for the actual shooting of the show. And then we have hundreds of animators on standby that are ready to go and work on this, right? Hundreds. All right. So we're going to be grinding for the next 6 to 7 months, trying to punch out these 3 episodes so that we can all have them delivered in February. All right. February is when we want to launch this movie / miniseries, right? So that's what we want to do. By February, we want to get all of that done. And that means we got to have to grind, but we got the manpower to do it. Right? We got the manpower to do it. So we're going to try to pull it out. Let's see. Can I get my nephew to join through Patreon for this? After what you said about Attack on Titans, he might be interested because he likes X-Men comics. I'm sure, why not? Let him know about Black Sands. It's not a problem. Let him know about Black Sands. She said, please don't enlist Sexy Red. Never. I don't like that ghetto stuff, man, period. So you'll never see me doing it. Let's see. Is Seth based on Set? Yeah, he is Set. Seth is Set. It's just that's the way he's spelled. That's how it's spelled in Kemetic, right? Seth instead of Set. All right. You should look for some hardcore artists to do a soundtrack for you. Maybe. We need a Demon Slayer type banger. So one thing is this, right? We're going to try to get to the special effects level of Demon Slayer. But it almost feels impossible. I just want to be honest with you. I want to be honest with you. Demon Slayer is like a whole nother level of special effects. So we're going to try to get as close as possible, but Demon Slayer is almost like an unattainable goal, right? So we're gonna get as close as possible, though. Let's just say that we're striving to get the special effects to be almost as good as Demon Slayer. almost. Let's see. Will the current investors get an early investment date for this round? Yeah, July 1st. July 1st is the private date. All right, that's the date that everybody gets to invest privately. But on like July 3rd or something is when everybody gets to invest, like the public. All right. July 3rd, July 4th, right? Have a nice Independence Day, right? That's going to be a theme for July 4th, right? Independent Film Day, right? We're going to do our own independent Black excellence. So that's going to be our July 4th celebration. Let's see. Does episode 3 end on a cliffhanger? No, no. So what happens is this, right? The first 3 episodes are basically a standalone. So it's like a complete story in those first 3 episodes. At the end of those 3 episodes, right? It's going to lead into the main season of Black Sands. And you know, the main season of Black Sands is in the comics, right? So if you read the comics, then you know what's going to happen, right? You kind of know where the story is going to go from there. So while the first 3 episodes are different, right? The first 3 episodes have a different story. It all basically leads to the same start point of season 1 of Black Sands. All right. So it won't be a cliffhanger. It's going to be like, hey, you ready for Black Sands? Boom. And you go into that. All right. That's how it's going to be. No cliffhanger. We're going to have absolution at the end of those 3 episodes. Let's see. You might have answered already, but the minimum and maximum investment amounts. Minimum is $100. Maximum is $2,500 to $5,000 if you're unaccredited. If you're unaccredited, because it goes by your income. All right. So if you're unaccredited investor, $2,500 to $5,000. If you are accredited, the sky's the limit. You can invest as much as you want because the government believes that you're a responsible investor. All right. But you have to be accredited for that. So let's see. Can the winners of the voice acting competition announce it on social media yet? Yep, sure can. You got your contracts. So long as you already signed your contract with us, you can announce whether you won or not won to whoever you want to announce it to. You won, and you're doing work. You're doing work, and you have a contract. It's not a problem. Just don't go overboard, right? but by all means, talk about your character, right? Get it hyped. Let's see. Will investors' names be on the movie credits? Yeah, why not? Why not? The credits are usually like a billion pages long, so why not have a nice long stream of the investors? That sounds like a reasonable thing. And more importantly, the people who max out, right? So the people who max out on the campaign, they'll have a special credits page, right? So there'll be like a special like credits page with a lot bigger names, right? You'll have bigger names on there as opposed to like the one that's like a wall of names. This is a giant wall of names. We're gonna have one that's like for like the 2,500 and up. They're gonna have like a bigger wall, right? They're gonna have like a lot more spaced out, so they're gonna like enjoy it. Let's see. How can we audition for voiceovers? Yep, can't audition. Can't audition. Everything's gonna be done by professionals. So if you're not a professional voice actor who has an agent and does all that, stuff, you can't be a voice actor in the Black Sands anime. Okay, because the Black Sands anime is a professional production. Let's see. What are plans to eventually get out of the negative and get into the red? Well, the good thing is we're cheap. We're cheap, so we're gonna get out of the red pretty quickly. I'd assume we're gonna get out the red very quickly. Because think about it this way, right? The all-in price for Black Sands, even including marketing, will be about $5 million, right? $5 million, the all-in, that's the all-in money, right? Like that's like the day one money, right? $5 million, and you got like 1,000 movie screens in the US. Like that's a quick turnaround to break even. You know what I mean? And we're gonna blow it out the park if we get past 50 million. If we get past 50 million in sales, we'll probably be looking at a nice, beautiful return. We get to 100 million, we banging hard. All right, and that's just the start. 1,000 screens. That's just the start, right? Let's go. Let's see what else. What else? Uh, Will there be links so that we as investors can help promote the anime during the premiere? You talking about in February? In February, we're gonna have a massive like campaign, right? And we're gonna be buying it forward. We're gonna do a lot of buy it forward campaigns. In other words, we're gonna have campaigns where we're gonna give out like boxes of posters, and stuff, to people who buy out entire movie theaters, right? So there's gonna be a lot of people in our community who are well off who are gonna be able to literally buy an entire showing, right? All the seats in the theater, right, for their community, right? And they'll invite all the people in the community and stuff to go to the theaters. And in those situations, if you notify us, right, that you have done so, then we're going to send you like promo stuff that you can actually hand out to people at the movie theater that come directly from Black Sands Entertainment. So that's going to be a pretty cool vibe. We're going to have a lot of people do it, right? Just buy out the entire theater so that the community can enjoy it. You know, if you got the means, you could do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like some people have the means to be able to go and, you know, bless everybody, let them get into the movie theaters. We're gonna do the same stuff that we see other people do, man. All that energy that we have for Black Panther, hopefully we'll have for Black Sands. You know what I mean? And we'll actually benefit from it too, because we'll get the money, right? That's the thing that's different. This time around, when we act like a fool and buy entire movie theaters out so that everybody can see it, we're actually going to get paid for that. So it's not like we're getting some rich white folks in Hollywood a lot of money for acting that way. We're going to get the money. You know what I mean? So let's see. Hey, can we just pull up to the book signing? Can we buy a copy there? They're going to have books, but it's best to pre-order the book. So when you RSVP, and if you got the emails from me, right? If you got the emails, go check the last email I sent. There's an RSVP link in the email, right? And if you go there, you can RSVP for the event, which is free, right? Everybody should do that if you're going, because they need to know capacity. Otherwise, they ain't gonna have enough books. If all y'all show up and nobody RSVP, y'all gonna screw them over big time. Okay, so RSVP so they know that these many people are going to be actually coming through. All right, but you can also buy the books right then online, and by buying the books, you're basically like pre-ordering them so that when you get there, they're gonna have it in stock. All right, because what happens is, let's say 30 people RSVP, right? But 200 people show up and they only have 50 books because they assumed only 30 people were going to show up, but 200 people showed up. They're gonna put on hold every single book that already ordered online first. They're not gonna just sell them all and be like, bam, you know, oh, these books are for everybody. No, they're gonna check and they're gonna be like, well, 25 of these 50 books were already ordered by the people who RSVP'd, so we got these put to the side. And then whatever's left is for everybody else. And if you don't have books, well, too bad, you can't get them. You know, they're sold out. So RSVP said tickets sold out. I don't think so. Let me see here. Let me go to it real quick. Get tickets. Okay, I'm looking at here. Hey, why does it say sold out? No wonder nobody could freaking RSVP. What the hell does that even mean? All right, I'm going to go and hit them up, all right? I am going to hit them up. I'm going to hit them up to find out about this, because it should still be RSVPing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why people haven't been able to sign in, because they blocked it out. They locked it out. So I'm going to fix that, right? It's always a conspiracy against Black Sands, right? Right. I don't like playing the victim. I don't like playing the victim at all. But it always seems like a conspiracy when it comes to Black Sands, because I have a book signing and people can't RSVP. That's freaking weird, man. Why would they cap it? Why would they cap it and be like, oh, you can't RSVP anymore? That don't make any sense, right? If 1,000 people RSVP, 1,000 people RSVP. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. All right. I'm gonna call them up. And I'm gonna try to make sure that everybody can RSVP for that. Right. But if you can't, just show up. Okay. If you can't, just show up. Well, I'm gonna try once I get the link working again. I'm gonna send it out to you guys. But like that's next weekend. Next week is when it happens. So hopefully we can get it cleared up by then, right? Hopefully we can get this cleared up by then. But next weekend is when this signing happens. So hopefully we can get it cleaned up and then everybody can go in RSVP so they know how many people are coming, right? Because at first I thought, they hit me up the other day and they said, 30 people signed up, right? And I was like, okay, 30 people signed up. I expected a lot more, but if 30 people sign up, I guess that's cool. Now I know that there was a cap because I'm looking at it. It says sold out. So what the hell? There's a cap on how many people can pre-sign? Maybe that's why I know that it was only 30 people that did that. So I'm gonna go and handle it out. In the meantime, if they don't fix it, I'll make my own Eventbrite. All right. If they don't fix it, I'll make my own Eventbrite so at least I can track who's actually going. All right. So I know, right? Because I could tell them, hey, we got like 120 people showing up, right? Because right now, I don't really know because it probably capped it at 30 and then put that sold out thing on there. So there's no way anybody could sign up, right? So I'm going to make my own Eventbrite if we can't get it back opened on their side, just so I can track how many people are actually showing up. Because I'm going to be sticking around for about an hour after signing, right? And just let you guys know, I'm gonna have me a lunch over there. I love that mall. I love that mall, and I love Nando's. So I'm probably gonna get a reserved table at Nando's, right? So my bigger investors, the people who are the bigger investors from previous rounds, right? I'm going to probably ask maybe like 10 of you guys if you're showing up, right? To join me at Nando's afterwards for like some chicken and fries. You know what I mean? Nando's is lit. I love Nando's, man. South African chicken. So, but in the meantime, I'm gonna be out there talking to you guys. We're gonna be talking about the investment round. We're gonna be talking about everything else. Take pictures with kids, whatever. Right? We're gonna have a great time. I love that place. That's one of my favorite malls. Right? And it's a great place for kids because they even got medieval times over there. I love medieval times. So they got everything you could possibly want. All right. Yeah, 2000 is a big investor. Remember, you got to understand this. When it comes to investing, right? Especially in like small companies like this, it's hard for people to really go that hard, right? In an individual level for something like this. Furthermore, the government stops you from investing more. Some people could have invested way more than $2,500, but the government didn't allow them to. Remember, WeFunder is regulated by the government. So they don't allow you to invest a certain amount of money if you're not an accredited investor. So while I do have a lot of investors who've done 10,000 or more, right? Like one of our investors has done like $40,000 so far in total. You know what I mean? So we've done like $40,000 so far in total. A lot of our investors have done well over 20,000 so far, right? But they're accredited investors. They're very well off. They've been investing all their life. You know what I'm saying? Most investors won't be able to get to that point, period. Right? So I always consider people who've done over $2,000 my biggest investors because there's literally a hard cap for all investors who are unaccredited. And if you went over 2,000, you probably gave as much as you possibly could legally, right? After that, you couldn't give any more. They wouldn't let you give any more, period. So you gave as much as you possibly could, the max. You know what I mean? No, there's no price on tickets, all right? It's a free event. It's at Books A Million. I'm signing books. I'm signing the books that you buy there. I'm signing the books that you bring there, okay? If you bring your books that you never had signed from me because you bought them from my website, right? I'm going to sign them. No cost. I ain't charging nothing, all right? I'm not going to charge a thing if you show up with the books that you bought from me all these years ago. I'm signing everything that I wrote, period. All right, guys. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Look for your emails, please. If you're not seeing your emails, make sure to go and get my emails into your inbox. All right, go to your spam, go to your promo tab, and tell that freaking Google algorithm that I should be in your inbox so you can see all the emails as they're coming. Okay. Once I get this stuff settled with Books A Million, we should be able to get that link going again so people can RSVP. But if they can't, right? If they can't, then I'll make my own Eventbrite stream just so I know that I know who's coming, right? I know how many people are actually going to be there. Okay. So thank you guys so much. And I'm going to holler at y'all later. All right. Peace.